Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Victoria here at Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your new moon in Scorpio reading. This is occurring on the 13th of November of 2023, and this is an intense one. Just when we escape out of eclipse season through October, we are not out of the woods yet. 2023 is determined to go out with a bang. So this new moon is very intense. All right. New moons are typically when we bring in fresh energy, fresh ideas, fresh perspective, new beginnings. We set intentions to manifest things into our life. We make a wish and can sometimes bring in some healing energy for us as well. So this is great for getting some clarity on things and, to really focusing on what it is that you want or what you want to change or what you want to start. And in the sign of Scorpio, though, Scorpio is a very intense, very passionate water sign. So very creative, very spiritual. And Scorpio does carry a little bit of extra intensity. And Scorpio energy is not afraid to go to the dark side, right? To go beneath the surface, to look at the challenging things. Scorpio is ruled in the modern day by Pluto. And Pluto brings power. Pluto brings endings, new beginnings, change, transformation to our world. So in this energy, you may feel a little bit intense, right? So you may find that tempers are flaring around you. You might find that you might get a little bit obsessed, or other people might get a little bit obsessive about something. It's like, kind of this energy of, will you let it go already, right? So you just might find that you or other people just may not be willing to let something go. But this is a very lively energy. You may find that people want to compete with you in some way as well. So we do have Mars. All right. Mars is, of course, a very spicy planet. And Mars is conjunct Scorpio, but Mars is the traditional ruler of Scorpio. So we got both the traditional and the modern rulers of Scorpio both coming into play here. Mars, represented by the Tower card, the keyword for Mars is I act. So it's this drive, this determination. Action may be required from you in some area of your life. But Mars is the planet of fire, aggression, war, competition, passion, and impulsivity, right? A whole bunch of this great stuff. So we can use the energy of Mars in a really positive way, but it can go overboard a little bit, especially when you've got Mars is fire, and then we've got Scorpio water, right? Mars, so fire and water, we get steam, right? So very steamy kind of energy. But this is further electrified, okay, by a opposition to Uranus. Now, Uranus does tend to bring a little bit of chaotic energy anyway. Brings evolution, brings change, reforms something. Uranus brings an energy of rebellion. But it serves a purpose to set us up for our future and to free ourselves from something that's been holding us back. But as we all know, when we need to move forward, break away, when we need to find that freedom, right, it does sometimes require a little bit more focus. It does require that little extra energy that Mars can bring to the table, but it's challenging for us, right? And so, in this energy, Uranus is causing us a little bit of grief. Meditate, meditate, meditate. Okay, this is going to be your key to navigating all of this extra fiery, intense energy. All right, try and avoid unnecessary drama. If you have to have a very emotional conversation with somebody, maybe wait until a couple of days after the new moon, just for some of this energy to kind of dissipate just a little bit, because it's just got all of this kind of chaos and craziness about it in this energy. So a little bit of a departure from the nice calm energy that the new moons usually bring in. But figure out what you want. Figure out where you need to find more freedom in your life. Where is something holding power over you? Is it a person? Is it a situation? And this is where we can really start to take some first steps or set some intentions to break free from those things. Very important to do, not always very easy to do, and yes, can sometimes blow something apart. So having said all that, we're going to get into your individual readings. Watch your sun, moon, and rising signs to get the big picture. We're going to have a look and see what areas are being activated or highlighted the most for you. We're going to pull a couple of cards and see what they have to say. So if you do find that you enjoy your reading, please do take a moment to press like on this video. Truly appreciate that. It helps the video get seen, but more importantly, it lets me know you resonate with the reading. But also subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, and you'll always know whenever I post something new, which is almost every single day. Everything from your dailies to your monthlies to your money to your pick a cards to angel readings, all of that kind of stuff. So never miss a reading by hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell. So we're going to get right into it. All of your timestamps are going to be in the description box and the comment section down below. Easy for you to navigate in that, but have a wonderful new moon. Center, ground, meditate, and try and take that little step back from intense situations that you maybe don't need to get involved in. All right. So we're going to start with Aries. Again, all the timestamps down below. Hello there, Aries. Welcome to your new moon in Scorpio reading. Now, this new moon is occurring in your 8th house, and your 8th house is ruled by Scorpio. So you may have a new beginning somewhere in your life in regards to money, inheritance. You might be taking out a new loan. The 8th house has to do with joint finances. So for some of you, you have a fresh start, a new beginning, or something that's evolving for you in regards to assets or money that you do share with another person. So for some of you, this might be something like a relationship where maybe you're moving in together, you're getting married, and this can be where you're blending your money together. This can have to do with a business partnership, right? Money of all kinds. Because the 8th house does have to do with births and deaths, endings and beginnings, this can represent something coming to you that you inherit. This might be a gift, this might be an heirloom, and it could be some money. There's a little bit of mystery that's involved with the 8th house here. So there might be something that comes to light. There could be some sort of secret, something here that might need to be addressed. All right. And it may be a good thing that you discover. It might be really positive, but can also be something that's a little bit challenging, and can cause a little bit of an upset in your world. So, I mean, imagine, if you were sharing finances with somebody, or you're about to, and your finances are stable, and you find out that someone is buried under a mountain of credit card debt. That can bring about some problems, right? That can bring about a little bit of an intensity to things. Okay. So, but this is a great new moon for you to set some intentions on something that you want to start that's important to you, that can affect your money, or something that you've been thinking about that perhaps you have never told anyone about. Do you have some secret desires? Do you have some things that you've always wanted to try? Do you have something that you do behind the scenes, behind the curtain, that you haven't told anyone? So this might be where you reveal something to the world. The 8th house is a little bit of a spiritual energy. It can be, because we do have things that involve the occult. Now, the occult isn't a negative word or connotation by any means. Occult means hidden, but it can be some spiritual things here as well. So some of you might be getting some clarity on things. You might be getting some spiritual insights, or maybe you have some spiritual growth coming in here. Whatever's going on for you, this is a big energy of transformation. So something changing for you, or something that you want to change. We have your North Node energy, step out of your comfort zone. So very interesting if you've got something that you've been hiding from the world, something that you haven't felt comfortable sharing. Now, whether it's some information or maybe it's something that you create, whatever that happens to be, maybe some dreams that you haven't told people about. This is encouraging you to get out of that comfort zone, reveal something, try something. Your North Node is your future. The North Node is where you're going or where you want to go. And when we're in our comfort zone, it's not always easy, right? But you're used to this Mars energy. So embrace the power of Mars to break away from whatever has been holding you back. We have the mind coming in here. And would you look at that beautiful third eye that's open right there? What are you envisioning? What are you creating? What's in your mind's eye? This is all about using your imagination, the power of your mind, harnessing and tapping into that energy. So this can be where you're opening up and you're sharing something. This might be where you're open to other people's points of view or things that other people have going on. This is encouraging you to be a little bit flexible, right? Not always easy, especially in this particular energy with the intensity that we've got coming in here with the moon. What do you need to learn? What do you need to research? There is an element of learning that comes in here with the mind card. And so this can be where there is something that comes to light, some information may come to you, and you might need to keep an open mind about that. But be flexible, adaptable, use your imagination, and open up. But this really does speak to your power of manifestation, though, with that third eye energy. If you can envision it, if you can dream it, you can make it happen. And we sometimes forget that. But all we need to do is take that step forward. And we have the Ace of Candles. That's the Ace of Wands. Hello, new fiery energy. What are you manifesting into your world? You've got new beginnings all around you, new possibilities, doors opening for you. So in this energy, set some intentions for your future and then get ready for action. For some of you, you've got something that's already coming in here for you based on previous intentions and things that you've been trying to manifest. The Ace of Candles is the Ace of Wands. Exciting, passionate, action-oriented. You're finding inspiration. You might have your creative juices all amok in a really positive way. But the aces are gifts from the universe. The aces do bring in that lovely, fresh energy. And the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Candles in this deck, right? It's that fire, that passion, that intensity that you've got within you, burning in your mind, burning in your soul, burning in your heart. So you're very encouraged to try something new and to take some action, to take some initiative, or set those intentions and believe in yourself, attach some really positive emotion, but then be open. Always part of the key to manifestation. So great, great, great energy coming in there for you guys. I'll leave that there. I hope you have a wonderful, magical, and maybe mystical new moon. We're going to move on now to Taurus. Hello there, Taurus. Welcome to your new moon and Scorpio reading. This is happening in your 7th house. Now, your 7th house is ruled by Libra and Venus and is all about your relationships with other people. Now, this can be romantic relationships, it can be friendships, it can be business partnerships, but relationships and connections of all kinds are very much highlighted for you. You might be forging a new business endeavor. You might be meeting some new people at this moon. Some of you may be attracting love and romance into your life here. Some of you may be upping your game, upping your commitment level with some sort of relationship here also. The 7th house focuses on balance and equality, especially within those relationships. Are you working together? Are you working apart? Are you on the same page, or is there a wedge between you? This is an opportunity to try something a little bit different, or to wipe the slate clean and try again. And for some of you, maybe if there's very much an imbalance and inequality in a relationship and there's not an opportunity or a potential to change it, this might be what you're finding your freedom from, what you're liberating yourself from. But overall, very positive energy here for you for your relationships in your life. We have new moon in Virgo energy, a time to give rather than take. Some of you at this time, you may be slowing things down a little bit, or maybe you want to take something a little bit slow. Virgo energy is very calm, very grounded, earth sign, right? Therefore, very slow, slow moving, okay? But very, very simple. And with the Scorpio energy being very intense and very complicated, and Virgo energy all about keeping things simple, getting to the point, not overcomplicating anything, right? This is where you can maybe slow things down just a little bit. Ground and protect your energy, connect with the earth, right? But when we have a time to give rather than take, this might be where you may be connecting with people that you can help. So maybe you might be volunteering somewhere. Some of you might be wanting to give back via like charity, that kind of thing, right? Remember that Uranus energy with connected with Aquarius. It's all about the humanitarian energy, right? Giving back to the people. And so you might, you might be making plans to help out at like a soup kitchen, or volunteer your time, or maybe you're simplifying, Virgo energy, simplifying your living space, right? So maybe you and your partner, or just you, maybe you're decluttering your home, and instead of throwing things away, you're going to recycle or upcycle them, and maybe give those items to charity or something, right? You don't need them, or you normally just toss them or give them away, right? And so why not help those in need? So you may be doing something along those lines, giving back in some way. But whatever it is, it's something, maybe a new idea or maybe a new approach. So how can you help somebody? How can you give back to something? What can you do that maybe you need to find compromise in something? We don't always do that, but when we compromise, we're willing to give up something instead of taking something away. So perhaps your key to success in a partnership might be that give and take energy. And this is a time where maybe you need to give a little bit more time or attention to something rather than have someone give that to you. Restore the equilibrium, restore the balance in some way, perhaps. We also have inner child energy coming in here for you guys as well. Have fun. The seventh house is, because it is very people-y, right? In a people-y kind of energy, sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not, right? But this can be a really important time for you to spend time with the people whose company that you enjoy. Have some fun, go do something interesting, get creative in this energy. But this is a very important energy to nurture, to feed, and to heal your inner child. What makes your heart sing? What puts a smile on your face? Is it something silly? Is it something artistic? Is it something that you always wanted to try but you never did? It's amazing what can happen to our energy when we take a lighthearted approach at something, or we get out and we have a little bit of fun. So you're being called upon to pay attention to that inner child that we all have, but we don't always let out. Life, yes, we do need to take certain aspects of life, thank you, seriously. But we do need time for play as well. So if you haven't been spending time with an important person in your life, whether it's a friend or, whether it's a romantic interest, whatever it happens to be, now might be a great time for you to do something together. Try something new together. Can be very fun. We have the Queen of Candles, Queen of Wands energy. Have some fun. This energy here can very much speak to a very important person in your life that maybe you want to go out and have a bit of an adventure with. The Queen of Candles or the Queen of Wands would speak to somebody who is like your best friend. Even if they're a romantic interest, like a spouse or something like that, they can still be your best friend kind of thing. But this is a person who would be very honest, very truthful. If you ask them a question, they're just going to tell it to you like it is, but with all the best intentions. So somebody who may motivate and inspire you in some way, or someone that you like to have fun with. The Queen of Wands, the Queen of Candles would be a very fun kind of energy. So there could be that very important person. Now, this can also represent a new person that may be entering your life as well in some way. Maybe you have a new person starting in your workplace, and this is like, oh, cool, this person's actually really quite enjoyable to be around. This can be a new friend that you make, or possibly a new romantic interest if that is up your alley. This is somebody who, they're full of passion, they're full of intensity, but they're very open and they're very calm, they're very receptive in this energy. It's the Queen energy, right? The Queen is all about the yin energy, right? Being open, being creative, being accepting, having an open mind, having an open heart. And so this person can be, maybe they spark something within you, maybe they inspire you in some way, but whatever it happens to be, they're a very positive influence. This can also be your energy. Now, the Queen of Candles does bring in a little bit of independence, free thinking, think for myself. But it does also bring about that, that energy of I've got to do something, right? But I'm open. I've got an open heart. I've got an open mind. So in this energy, this can be where instead of receiving, you're giving. So maybe there is something here where you want to give back to someone or help someone or a group of people maybe in some way. But the Queen of Candles does like to have a little bit of fun as well. So again, we've got a little bit of a repeating message there to find new ways or to reconnect with old ways of having fun and feeding this inner child that may have been neglected in some way. I'll leave that there for you, Taurus. I hope there was something here for you. I hope you have a wonderful new moon. I thank you for watching, and we're moving on to Gemini. Hello there, Gemini. Welcome to your new moon in Scorpio reading. This is happening in your 6th astrological house. And so this could be where you are having a new beginning in your health, well-being, your fitness, your diet, and your daily routine. So perhaps there's been something that you've been putting off, or something that you haven't really gotten off the ground the way you want. So now you've got this extra fire and intensity with Mars. You've got this ability to change and transform things with Scorpio, with Pluto, and with Uranus a little bit. And so this is where you might shake things up a little bit and make something happen for yourself. So if your daily routine is too cluttered, this might be where you simplify it a little bit. If you have, let's say, had some, fitness goals and you just haven't had the energy, this might be where you get a little bit of an energy boost to do something. So this can be a very wonderful energy. It's all about kind of, your health and well-being on many aspects, on many levels. And for some of you, maybe your day-to-day life has been a little bit intense and you haven't had a lot of time to focus on you. So this can be you shaking things up a little bit, making some positive change to focus on yourself a little bit more rather than other people. Now, the 6th house is ruled by Mercury, and you're very used to Mercury energy, aren't you, Gemini? So you might be in this energy where you've been thinking about something for a long time, and now is the time for action. So get clarity, do some research, figure out how to be successful at whatever it is that you want to get off the ground, right? And then go for it, right? So you're being very encouraged to go for something here. Some of you may also be getting a new pet. By the way, at this time, the 6th house does have to do with pets. Also, So you could have some challenges to do with a pet, but some of you could be getting a new one, maybe a little kitty cat or a dog. With the Uranus influence there, with like the humanitarian energy, perhaps instead of, getting like, go to someone who is selling kittens or dogs or whatever it happens to be, perhaps instead you're going to go to the pound and, get like, they call them rescues, right? But I mean, really quite often they end up rescuing you. So maybe you're going to do that instead, right? Everyone wants a little puppy or a kitten, but, the adult versions of these things, kind of sometimes get left by the wayside. So this might be what you're inclined to do. I've had 3 rescue cats and 2 rescue dogs, and believe you me, they've given me more than I can ever give them. So you might be doing something like that. We have look at the bigger picture, and we've got Sagittarian energy with full moon energy here. So the Sagittarian energy is actually really quite positive, ruled by Jupiter. But this gives wisdom, expansion, growth, good luck. And so you might be having a little bit of luck right around this new moon. Who doesn't need that, right? But with the full moon, this is bringing you in this energy of to see your long-term goals, look at your big picture, right? But then scale it down a little bit into more achievable goals. So see where you want to go, see what you want to accomplish, see what you want to change, see what you need to let go of, right? Have a look at the long-term effects of something here. And then in the new energy, right, we take off a little bit of bites, and we don't bite off more than we can chew, right? So sometimes the best way to achieve a big goal, a big dream, big expansive one, is to take those little baby steps forward, right? Little small achievable goals may be the way to get you to where you want to go. But there's something here where you're gaining some insight and some clarity on, especially with the Mercury energy, matters of the mind, communication, the big picture. And so sometimes in this energy, and as we have the intensity of Scorpio, this may be where instead of normally like engaging in something or fighting back on something, perhaps this is bringing in an energy of discernment for you. So something that someone does or says that normally you would bite back on or you would engage in, this may be where you're looking at it going, you know what, I'm going to pick my battles today. I'm not going to engage in this because, you know what, really, this may just blow over and it doesn't need my time and energy and attention. And that can actually have a really positive effect on your well-being. So look at the big picture. What really matters? What doesn't? Where do you want to go? How are you going to get there? What is important for you to engage in? And what can you just walk away from and let go? And this can be very liberating for you. But you may have something coming to fruition at this time. Very interesting energy. We have inspiration coming in here for you. Beautiful. You might have some big ideas. You might be feeling a little bit impulsive in this energy, which Mars brings about some impulsive energy as well. But it's very action oriented. So find your inspiration. What do you want to create? What do you want to change? What do you have in mind? Where do you want to move forward to in the future? What do you envision for your future? You might be finding new sources of inspiration. We find inspiration in all kinds of places. It can come from a friend, it can come from a book, it can come from meditation. Sometimes if we're just chilling on the couch, right, all of a sudden, bam, we'll just be, hit blindsided, right, by some big ideas. So you might have some really big ideas at this time, and this can be really great for you. But something is shifting, something is sparking in you or in your world, and this is where you're really going to get started on something. And it can be something fun, something creative, or something that enhances your life, your health, happiness, and well-being in multiple different ways. So find your inspiration. We have the Hanged Man coming in here. There's your enlightenment, your clarity. Interesting. The Hanged Man does bring about pauses, right? But for a reason. It's where we take a step back. This is where we're like, okay, do I engage or do I let it go? Because in the Hanged Man, when we turn upside down, right, anything that's, not necessary falls out of our pocket, so to speak, right? Surrender, release, let go. We do a full moon energy, surrender, release, let go. So in the Hanged Man, you do have this energy of letting something go, dropping a subject, letting go of fears, not engaging in battles, right? In the Hanged Man, we take that step back and we're like, I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling. I'm not, no way, Jose. I'm just going to take pause for the cause. I'm going to take a time out. But the Hanged Man also can lighten your load. Requires patience a little bit, or requires taking that step back. But we can lighten our load a little bit by recognizing the things that are holding us back or preventing us from achieving our goals. And we can find our freedom from those things so that we can move forward. But the Hanged Man brings clarity as well. So you might be getting some sort of epiphany, aha moment, right? Maybe you're finding your inspiration, or you are really gaining that clarity and insight that you need. It's like, how come I don't have the energy? How come I feel like I'm going in circles? How come I feel like nothing's happening, right? Those can all come up with the Hanged Man, because we're not doing a lot in the Hanged Man. We're doing things internally, but not externally. So this can be a turning point for you with this new moon, right? Break free out of stagnation and take some action and initiative. But first, we need to figure out what we want and what steps do we need to take to get to where we want to go. So big ideas, big picture, very interesting, because the Hanged Man does bring in a big picture way of thinking, but also a change in your way of thinking, right? Looking at something from a different point of view, from a different angle, recognizing that other people don't always see things the same way that we do, right? So we can see someone else's perspective in this energy, the big picture. And a lot of people don't see the big picture. Enlightenment, right? So engage in this energy. Be willing to take that step back, right? Go within for a little bit and you will find the answers or the inspiration or the ideas that you've been looking for. I'll leave that there for you. I hope you have a wonderful and magical new moon. I thank you for watching, and we will move on now to Cancer. Hello there, Cancer. Welcome to your new moon and Scorpio reading. Now, this can be fun for you. This is happening in your 5th house, and your 5th house usually is quite pleasant. Ruled by the sun, Leo energy. This is about having fun. This is where we get creative. This is where we find the pleasures in life. We take joy. We find our joy. We find happiness. And we play. We feed our inner child. We have a good time. We do the things and engage in the activities that make us happy. This is also where we sometimes find love. So we may focus on the people that we love. This might be where we find new things that we love or meet new people whose company that we enjoy. So very, very fun, very pleasant energy in this. Now, because we do have an energy of liberation, of taking action, you might be feeling more inspired at this time. With the creative energy that comes in with the 5th house, a perfect energy for manifesting things in your life, things that make you happy, or people that make you happy, perhaps. But this is also an opportunity for you to break away, break free, liberate yourself from people, places, situations, things that have been preventing you from having a lot of fun and pleasure and joy in your life. This can be where you might let go of a relationship rather than, continue with one. This can be where you may put up some boundaries so that you're like, you know what? I need to find more time to do the things that I enjoy. And so you might be putting up some healthy boundaries with people, or, perhaps finding a better work-home life balance, that kind of thing. So there's something here that you may have to let go of for you to have more time to have this fun and pleasure and joy, and maybe get a little bit creative. Now, because we do have the fifth house and we've got this creative energy, some of you might be picking up a new hobby. You might be doing something like redecorating your home. And a lot of people are at this time of year, let's face it. People are starting to get like Christmas decorations out and all that kind of stuff. So this can be that time where maybe you do take the pleasure and the joy in doing that. I know I do. I love pulling my stuff out of storage and decorating my home for Christmas. It just looks so festive and so sparkly. And, I like lights and things, right? So, so it can be quite fun, right? So maybe you're having some fun in that area, right? So doing something around your home, or again, like picking up or learning a new hobby, or doing something that interests you in a very positive way. We have new moon eclipse energy here. Expect powerful change. Now, this is really quite interesting here for you because, of course, we did just come out of eclipse season, and we will be feeling the after effects of that for quite some time. So in this energy with Scorpio, Pluto, Uranus, all bringing about change, something is shifting. Whether you are the one that's the initiator, the instigator of change, or whether there's something happening around you, this is powerful. It is intense. It may be expected. It may be unexpected. And now you're just getting a heads up here. So something is shifting, something new may be coming in for you, something that you previously manifested may be happening in your world, but you're feeling the effects of this eclipse at this new moon. So perhaps something that you set intentions for at a previous new moon. And with your fifth house here having to do with love and romance, if you set perhaps some intentions at the solar eclipse, the new moon in Libra that we had in October, mid-October, this is where whatever is shifting, whatever is evolving in your life now is because things are lining up to bring your intentions into reality. Very interesting. But with eclipse energy, eclipse does bring shakeups, does bring a little bit of chaotic energy, brings intense energy anyway. And in your fifth house, we can also have some drama as well. So, if you can avoid some drama, then avoid it. Okay. Just know that certain conversations may get quite intense around this new moon, and especially with this energy that you've got right here as well. So, if you have to have an important conversation with somebody, again, maybe wait a couple of days until that new moon, the major energy does dissipate a little bit. You might be better off for it. Okay. We have your third eye chakra coming in here. So third eye is what we do very closely associate with manifestations. Can be associated with Archangel Metatron. Metatron helps us to manifest things, turn our visions into reality. So some of you have something manifesting in your life at this time. It might not necessarily be right on the new moon day, but sometime in the next perhaps 28 days or so, maybe in the next couple of weeks, can also happen for you. Probably if it doesn't right away, maybe by like New Year's, perhaps, right? We're all in this energy, and we do have eclipse energy being reactivated around that time. So something that you envision is being created for you right now. Now, this is also saying to you here with your third eye that your psychic intentions, your psychic abilities are very heightened at this time. This is a time of spiritual growth for you, a time of enlightenment for you. This is a time where your intuition is heightened. This is a time when you can sense things, feel things, maybe even see things. Pay attention to your dreams, whether they're your nighttime dreams or your daytime dreams, going to be very important. There's probably some sort of message or guidance for you there. This can also represent that this is an incredibly powerful time for you to make the changes that are going to make you happy. Set those intentions, set those goals, make those wishes, whether it's people, whether it's finding time, whether it's whatever it happens to be for you. So your third eye activated here. You would also benefit in this energy from doing some meditations. And of course, we did say with this new moon, meditate can really help you. But you might want to do some work with your third eye. So third eye meditations, work with any kind of crystals that can be associated with your third eye, right? We've got this purpley energy. So things like, I mean, if all else fails, right, you can always use a clear quartz. That's always a good one. But things like amethyst are really good, right? Anything kind of purple. So do a little research on what crystals are really good for your third eye and your higher chakras. And these can help you, right? You can just lay down and just place one on your third eye and just kind of quiet your mind, whether you do a guided meditation or one on your own. And it can really help enhance that energy there and really bring clarity to something. But this is where we feel inspired, though. This is where we create something through our third eye. This is where you might have some sort of something that you envision, right? It's in your mind's eye, and you're with your fifth house energy. Turn your vision, create what it is that you want. What do you see? We have the Page of Gifts coming in here for you, and this is the Page of Pentacles energy. So this is beautiful. So some of you are getting a gift at this time. Something is coming towards you. The pages do quite often bring us some sort of news or something new. So this can be something manifesting in your material world. This can be your opportunity to create something in your 3D world here. This can be where someone brings you an opportunity, an invitation, that kind of thing. You got some good news coming in usually with this energy. But this is also where you get some knowledge. The Page of Gifts is very bookwormy, very much always open to learning new things, the quest for knowledge, so to speak. And so this can be where you want to learn something new. And this is very in line with your fifth house energy, right? Especially if you've got some sort of interest that could potentially turn into a hobby, right? Something that you can touch and feel with your hands. This also does speak to your ability to manifest things into your life, into your 3D world here as well. Big creation energy, big energy of bringing in new things. So it's your time here to get creative and to make something happen for yourself. The magic is in the air for you guys. So I'll leave that there for you. I hope there was something here for you. If there was, please like this video. I hope you have a wonderful, magical new moon, and we're going to move on now to Leo. Hello there, Leo. Welcome to your new moon in Scorpio reading. This is happening in your fourth house. Now, your fourth house has to do with your home, your private life, your ancestry, your family, your children, your childhood, yourself. So you might have some new beginnings occurring or evolving in your world. Maybe you come to a realization that, you know what, this house is too small for us. We need to move to a bigger boat. You might have you could perhaps have some information that comes to light about your family or about your ancestry, where you've come from. You might be feeling inclined at this time to do a little bit of research. Some of you might be inclined to go through your family tree, gather some new insights and new information as to, you know, where did I come from, right? You might be asking those kind of questions, right? Doing family trees is always kind of interesting. You never know what kind of skeletons you might find in the proverbial closet, but it can be quite cool to connect with your roots. Something may be going on around your home. You might be redecorating your home at this time, or maybe you're just feeling like, you know, you want to spruce things up a little bit in some way. So if you can't move to a new house, then you might be reorganizing or redecorating where you currently live. But you may get some insights, some revelations, some clarity around your upbringing, around your belief systems. This can happen for you at this time. And this can be where you're breaking free from something, right? We do form belief systems and things through our childhood, right? We don't always know it at the time, obviously, but sometimes we carry some baggage with us, or sometimes we have some traumas that we carry with us, or sometimes, this is just, things that we're taught. And as we get a little bit older, those beliefs aren't necessarily in alignment with who we are today, because we've evolved, we've changed, we live in a different time. So you might be liberating yourself, breaking free from old belief systems. And this can be quite healing for you, actually, in this energy. So very interesting. But yeah, I think some of you here, you might be making some changes around your family unit. You may possibly be wanting to relocate, oddly enough, at this time as well. All right. But this can be a great time for you to really find a little bit more time and space in your life to spend a little bit more time at home, a little bit more time with your family. Especially if you've been working really hard, working a lot of hours, and probably out of necessity. Things are expensive. And so this can be where you're looking to make some change to get that healthy balance back in your life. We have a new start is coming, full on new moon energy here for you, okay? A new house, new home, new relationship. Maybe a family dynamic is changing because this can have to do with children. Perhaps some of you are looking to start a new family. We can maybe get some surprises. That is a little hangover effect from the eclipses. So, maybe if you weren't necessarily looking to add to your family, surprise, you might be getting that in there. Whatever your situation happens to be, though, there's new, fresh energy and new start, something coming in for you, and something that you're going to need to take action on. But it's wonderful and it's exciting in there, okay? We have pleasure, enjoyment, beauty, sensuality, and indulgence. And would you look at that, okay? Where can you take more pleasure and joy out of life, out of love, out of your home, out of your relationships, right? This is a reminder here that you might need to make some changes to have a better life, a better balance in your life. It's a reminder here to have some fun, to do what excites you. This is also a time to beautify and enrich your environment in some way, right? I mean, you know how we feel when we feel all cluttered, right? Like, for example, your kitchen, right? And maybe you're a creative person and, you like to cook, right? Well, how do you feel if your counters are completely covered with clutter? You can't create anything. You can't do anything in that. You got to clean it all up first, right? So sometimes when we simplify our life, we declutter our environment, we feel a little bit more free, and then we can take a little bit more pleasure out of that environment, out of where we are. But whatever your situation is here, have a little bit of pleasure in your life. Indulge in the things that make you feel good. Have a piece of chocolate, right? Sometimes we deny ourselves these things, all right? But I do feel that there is something on the horizon for you here that may very much put a smile on your face, but get ready to take some action, all right? We've got the Two of Canes coming in here. Now, this is the Two of Swords energy, all right? So in this energy here, what do you need to figure out? What are you trying to choose? What are you trying to decide? This energy sometimes does bring an energy of, I need to make a decision, but I don't know what I want. I don't know how to start. I don't know what to do. And so in this energy here, you might be getting a little bit of clarity, or you might be taking a different approach at something here. Now, the Two of Canes can also represent balance, right? Needing balance. It takes ultimate balance and strength to hold up this swords energy, right? Normally we're holding up two swords. And so what do you need to do to get more balance into your life, right? This might be where you're thinking at the moment, okay? And then once you figure out the answer, boom, off to the races you go. But this is also where we're trusting ourselves, trusting our intuition. We're going within, we're thinking about things, we're getting clarity, we're focusing on what we want to do, what we want to change. And this can bring us some deep insights in this energy. So trust your intuition. But this can be a little bit of a closed off energy. So it is important to keep an open heart and an open mind, because there's something new that's knocking at your doorstep, whether it's clarity, whether it's something in your physical world, whatever it happens to be in this energy. We can be a little bit closed off sometimes, and we don't want to do that, right? We want to be a little bit more open and receptive to things, but you may be retreating within a little bit just to think about something or to connect with your own energy there. And this might be where you figure something out for yourself. So I'm going to leave that there for you. I hope there was something here for you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful new moon. And we're going to move on now to Virgo. Hello there, Virgo. Welcome to your new moon in Scorpio reading. This is happening in your third house. Now, your third house ruled by Mercury. And so all about matters of the mind, communication, technology. We're all very familiar with Mercury energy. So this can be where you open up lines of communication. This can be where you're talking to new people. This can be where you have new ideas coming in here. Some of you, you may be buying some new technology. Maybe you're upgrading your cell phone, buying yourself a new computer. And there might be something, there that it's like, I'm done with this thing. It goes kaput every Mercury retrograde, and I just want something new. Now, the third house also has to do with trips. So perhaps some of you here are planning a little bit of a vacation. And these are usually short trips here with the third house rather than long distance ones. So it could be something as simple as, a couple of nights away, maybe a quick little road trip. Maybe you travel to go and see a friend. For some of you here, the third house can be traveling to a new neighborhood. You might be moving to a new neighborhood or exploring other neighborhoods. It's like, okay, is there like somewhere better that we can live? So you could be exploring your options in that arena. Third house can have to do with your social life as well and connecting with people. So you could be connecting with new people, new groups. Maybe you're making changes. Perhaps you are the people that you engage with right now in your social life are maybe holding you back a little bit, or you're no longer feeling connected with them. So now you might be spreading your wings a little bit there and connecting with different people. But you could, in this energy, also be changing how you think about things. Your perception of things might be changing, or you might be getting some clarity. So all about matters of the mind, talking, communication. Some of you might get... Sometimes we get a little bit of a mystery or a surprise coming in here. So you might be you might have something that comes in for you, some information, messages that come in via text message, via email, that kind of thing. Fairly quick communication, I feel here in this energy. So you might get some really good news. All right. But you also might be learning something new. Now we have full moon in Taurus energy. Your dreams need a practical plan. Now it's very interesting because we did, of course, just have a full moon eclipse in the sign of Taurus, and it was only 2 weeks ago. And we are still feeling the effects of this eclipse energy. Now, that eclipse did close down a huge chapter for the last 18 months, right? We've had these eclipses, and Taurus was one of them. But Taurus is very down to earth, right? Very practical. I've got to take these steps. I need, to know what order I want to do things in. So perhaps you've been feeling as though, yes, you know what it is that you want. You've got some sort of goal in mind. You've got a dream, right? Dare to dream. Okay. But before you take action, which you're called to do at this new moon with this Mars energy, especially, but you may need to have a plan in place first. And that way you're not being super impulsive or wasting your time. So first put a plan, then take action, whatever that looks like for you. Now, if your dream is a big one and it's a massive goal, part of your practical plan might be breaking down your big goal into smaller, more attainable goals. It can actually build confidence in us, and it actually brings us more wins, right? More wins when we break things up a little bit there. But your dreams are in reach. You've just got to have that plan in place. We have your third eye chakra. So you're envisioning something. When we have your third eye chakra, this is your source of, it's your mind's eye, right? This is where you envision something. This is where you want to create something. And you have the ability here to turn your visions, turn your dreams into reality. What does that look for you? But you got to have a practical approach and make a plan, right? Now you don't need to focus on every little detail, and sometimes that's where people's plans get stalled, because it's like, well, I have to figure out every little minute of every single day. No, you don't. Have a basic outline and then be flexible, because when we're too closed off, we lose our creative energy. But this is an important time for you to really pay attention to your higher chakras, your third eye, your crown chakra. Great energy here for you to do some meditation. This might be where you get some answers, where you get some information, but keep an open mind. All right. And be a little bit flexible, because some of you are making some changes, right? And it really does require an open mind. If we're too focused on one thing, it's good to have focus. It's good to have a goal. It's good to have a plan, but we also need to be willing to change our strategy once in a while, because sometimes there's a better way, or sometimes there's something a little bit different that might work out even better. So it's always important to do that. But focus on your third eye. Some meditations with your third eye might be really important for you as well. Work with Archangel Metatron, who is often associated with your third eye chakra there as well. But work with your higher chakras, because there's something here for you, and you may even get a little bit of an epiphany. We've got the 5 of gifts here. Be willing to change your strategy. Wow, what did we just say? The 5 of gifts is the 5 of Pentacles energy. And this is where we sometimes focus a little bit too much on what we don't have, or what we can't do, or what we haven't accomplished. We feel like we're not getting anywhere. We feel like our needs aren't being met in this energy. However, the light in the window, in the cathedral, we need to be willing to look at things a little bit differently, to see the big picture, to take a different approach, or ask for help. So for some of you, there's something that you're trying to get off the ground, and you might need to change your approach, or you may need to be a little bit more flexible, open, and adaptable in this energy. This can also indicate that there's something here that is lost or broken, or isn't working for you anymore. All right. And it's time for something a little bit different or a little bit new. But you need to look at things a little bit differently. And if you're not finding what you're looking for, take that alternate approach, or be willing to think outside the box, or even ask for help. Because the 5 of gifts is a lack energy. It can be one where we lose something, but in order for something to be gained, so sometimes we need to recognize that, right? Is that, yes, something may be broken or lost, but it's to bring in something new or something a little bit better, and we don't always see that at the time. This can be a very stubborn energy as well. Help resources are here, but these people in this card aren't seeing them. So look for a different way of doing things. Try and change your approach at something. Ask for help if you need to, and focus on the positive, focus on abundance, and not on lack. All right? Because this energy is very easy to get stuck in, and we don't want to do that. Okay? You have an ability to turn something around here for yourself. This is what you're breaking free of, and embracing something a little bit better, right? So liberate yourself from this 5 of Pentacles energy, because it can really hold you back from achieving something or from making the changes that you want to make and that you need to make in some way. All right. So find those resources, ask for that help. It's all there for you, but focus on abundance. Always, always, always. You attract your third eye chakra. You attract what you put out there. So if you put out negative energy, you attract negative things. If you put out abundant energy, you get abundance back to you. It's the way of the world. It's the way things work. All right, keep that in mind. I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. I hope you have a wonderful new moon. I thank you for watching, and we're moving on now to Libra. Hello there, Libra. Welcome to your new moon in Scorpio reading. This is happening in your second house. Ooh, now this can be exciting for you guys. Your second house has to do with your money, your income, how you make your money, possibly how you spend your money. It also has to do with the things you own, your assets, your property. So some of you might have a new beginning in your financial sector. Some of you might be starting a new job. You might get a job offer, or you might find an opportunity to make some positive change and hopefully bring in some more money and resources. The second house is ruled by Venus and Taurus. And Venus does bring about new beginnings. It brings abundance as well. Some of you could possibly be getting an influx of money in some way, whether it's a raise, a promotion, a bonus. It can be that your property increases in value at this time as well. So this can be really positive for you in your material world. But you may need to let something go to embrace the better or the new, right? So think about it. Think about a job that's going to pay you a lot more money than where you are making right now. You have to let your old job go to start your new job, right? If your house all of a sudden really does appreciate in value, right? Maybe you consider selling your house and maybe you move to somewhere that's not quite as expensive. So you got to let something go to have that material gain. So this can be a wonderful time of new beginnings, new starts, things blossoming in your life, and especially as it does affect your material world. But this is where you may have an opportunity to really find the resources that you need, that you've been looking for, that can improve your financial situation. And this can be also where you are embracing some better habits. Spending habits, perhaps. This can be where you're, instead of beating yourself up for not being where you want to be, you're like, no, I'm not going to rail at the fates. I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to make some change. And that's that fiery, passionate Mars type energy there. All right. Take some sort of action or initiative. Have faith in your dreams. Beautiful energy there for you. Okay. What is your goal? What do you have in mind? What is your vision? What is your dream? Have faith. So it's a great energy for setting intentions to manifest things into your life. But you've got to attach really positive emotion when you set the intentions. You speak something into existence right now, not tomorrow, now. And so if you're, manifesting, let's say a new job, thank you, universe, for opening a door of opportunity for me to make more money. I'm truly grateful, right? Because this is the now energy. Thank you for $100,000 in my bank account. I truly appreciate it, right? Something like that. Because we're not setting those intentions as a tomorrow thing, because energetically, once we set intentions, that's where, boom, it's already there energetically, and it's just a matter of time for it to come in our physical world, right? Which can take a while. So no matter what your situation is, attach positive emotion to it, set those intentions, but then we have to keep an open mind, we have to keep an open heart, but we also have to recognize when we need to take action. Because quite often our manifestations come in as a seed of opportunity, and then we've got to do something with that opportunity. So just remember that, keep that in mind. And sometimes the things that come in for us aren't exactly what we envisioned, because we quite often get what we need. And quite often it's better than what we originally envisioned. We have gut instincts here, your intuition, your deep knowing, trusting, all of those things. So this is a time of heightened intuition for you. This is a time where you might need to be a little bit courageous, a little bit bold. We've got this lion here, to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. But this is about trusting your gut. And, you know, let's say your house has appreciated in value or something like that. And you're like, I wonder if now would be a good time to sell it, maybe put a little bit of money in my bank account for later and have something new. What does your gut tell you? Does your gut tell you that this is the right time to do that? If you're looking to make more money and change jobs, right? What does your instincts tell you? Does it feel right? Right? You've got to trust your intuition. You've got to trust your gut instinct here, no matter what it is that you're dealing with right now. All right. But I also do feel like some of you are really tapping into a little bit of courage to make some bold moves, and this will benefit you greatly. We have the Chariot card. There you go. Courage, busting out, busting forward. Okay, it's Cancerian energy, but the Chariot is wonderful. The Chariot is where everything is aligned, right? We're getting all of our ducks in a row. Everything is aligned, where spirit is in alignment with our physical world, where our yin and our yang are matchy-matchy. And when we have everything in alignment, bam, this is where we make something happen. The Chariot shows your ability to succeed based on the actions that you take. It has to do with your willpower, your drive, your determination to get things done, to overcome obstacles, very much like Mr. Lion here, to break free, to bust out, and to get where you want to go. So a very, very wonderful energy, right? So your ambitions, your goals, your dreams, they're in reach. But remember, you've got to take action, because the Chariot is getting to where it wants to get to and where it needs to get to by the actions that you take. Now, the Chariot can also represent destiny. So where the stars are aligning for you. So there's something maybe playing out for some of you here that is meant to happen, something that you have already manifested into your world, something that is coming to fruition for you. And so keep the faith alive, stay confident, stay strong. And, you know, you are getting opportunities that you've been looking for, or you are reaching the goals that you have intended. So have faith, keep that faith alive. The Chariot, for some of you, I do have to mention, since this is happening in your second house, the Chariot can sometimes represent movement, or it can represent a vehicle. So for some of you here with this particular energy, you are moving jobs, moving to a new house, moving money around in your bank account, right? We've got some volatile markets around, so maybe you want your money to be a little bit more safe and secure at this time. You may also be making a purchase. And yes, the Chariot can represent a vehicle, a car, an electric bicycle, maybe a boat. Okay. But something here that may have like wheels and possibly an engine. All right. So you might be making some purchase in that regard there. All right. But certainly one of movement, one of success, one of getting to where you want to get to, or making all the right moves that are in alignment with your goals and your dreams. Off to the races you go when we get the Chariot card. So wonderful, wonderful energy there. A lot of big energetic boost for you. Be courageous, trust your instincts, trust your intuition. If it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it probably is a duck, right? So don't second guess yourself. Leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful new moon. And we're going to move on now to Scorpio. Hello there, Scorpio. Welcome to your new moon reading in your sign. So this is happening, of course, in your first house. This is all about you. Now, you should be fairly comfortable in a lot of this energy. A lot of people, it might be throwing them a little bit loopy with how intense it is, but you're kind of used to it, right? Mars is your modern day ruler. Actually, it's your traditional ruler, I should say. But Pluto is your modern day ruler. So you've got these intense energies that you're already used to. But your first house has to do with you. Your focus on you, your goals, your dreams, your visions for the future. Some of you may have a different approach to life at this time. Maybe you are freeing yourself from old ways of thinking or doing or acting. Some of you in this energy, just be aware there's a little bit of an impulsive energy. Okay, we already said that a little earlier, but just remember that there is, and an impulsive energy when you have a new moon in your sign, especially with all this fiery energy and all this kind of change. Some of you may be impulsively wanting to change the way you look, your appearance, whether it's your wardrobe, whether it's your hairstyle, your hair color, all of these, any and all of these things, right? So, and it might just be like a drop of the hat. Like, it's like, I want to get my hair cut today, or today I'm going to dye my hair red, right? Just make sure that you kind of, impulsivity can be good sometimes, but it can also bring things that we might regret. So just make sure that if you are impulsive, especially with like your haircut, your hairstyle, your hair color, maybe give yourself a moment just to take a step back and go, okay, hold on. What's this really going to look like? Right. And maybe, if it works for you, great. If not, I don't know. It could be something that you might regret. But anyways, this does have to do with, what do you want to start? What's important to you right now? What do you want to change? What do you want to let go of? It's all about you, your personal goals, your dreams, your future, right? Is very much at play for you here right now. But you very much do have this extra energetic boost to manifest things into your life. We have look at the bigger picture, and we've got full moon energy with Sagittarian fire there. So this can be very interesting for you, especially in your first house, right? So you could be changing how you look at things. You may have been a little bit unsure of where you wanted to go or what you want to do in your future. And this is a very open mind energy. Keep an open mind. Look at that big picture. See where you want your future to unfold. What do you want to do? What does that look like to you? And with the full moon energy, this can be where you have something coming to fruition for you. Full moons do bring something into your world quite often. And it's like something harvest for you, right? Like a time of harvest for you. But quite often what happens is we get opportunities, and they're like a seed of an opportunity, the door opening, but the door is open a little bit and it's up to us to push it open even more. An offer that comes in, and we have to choose whether we're going to accept it, whether we're going to move forward with it or not. So when we're trying to make a decision, when we're trying to figure something out, we do need to take a little bit of a step back, and we do need to say, okay, what does this look like in the long term? What does this look like? How is this going to play out? And when we look at that big picture, we get clarity, we get a deeper understanding, and maybe we can even change our mind. So look at the big picture and everything that you do, and look at the potential ramifications or outcome of things before you do them, okay? We have your intuition coming in here, trust, insight, awareness, and guidance, and your intuition very much heightened at this time, all right? And so pay attention to signs, pay attention to your gut instincts, right? They're never going to lead you astray, but this is very much heightened for you at this time. Great time for you to engage in some meditation, some spiritual practices, work with some crystals, but very much you might be getting some kind of information, some downloads there for you that can bring you some enlightenment. Very important, and very powerful, very intense, I feel. All right, so try and find yourself a little bit of quiet space right now. Your intuition, your higher chakras, your crown chakra, your third eye chakra, very much connected with your powers to manifest things into your life. So make sure that you are manifesting from a place of positivity and abundance, all right, and not out of lack or negativity. We don't want that. Remember, you attract in what you put out, right? Because you are magnetically, energetically aligned to things, right? So we don't want to put out negativity. We don't want to put out lack energy. We don't want to focus on what we don't have. We want to focus on that abundance and be thankful and grateful for everything we do have, even if we're still manifesting more things into our lives. We have the Three of Candles coming in here. Get ready for action. All right. The Three of Candles shows there's something that you want. You've kind of got a little bit of a plan in place. All right. Or at least you have taken a little bit of steps to make something happen for yourself, but you're opening doors. You're looking out into the horizon. You're looking out to the future. You're waiting for something to shift. You're waiting for something new, or you're waiting for some change, whatever it is here in the Three of Candles energy. It's the Three of Wands, right? So get ready for action. Okay. You're going to need to take initiative or pounce on an opportunity. But the doors, the windows, the portals, they are open for you right now. Trust your instincts, trust your intuition. You're going to know what's right. You're going to know what's not, right? Just because we get an opportunity in front of us doesn't always mean that it's a good one, right? So you have the power to say no. You don't have to say yes to absolutely everything. So a little bit of discernment, big picture, is where that does come into play. But when we're in this energy, we're open, we're receptive, and we're ready. So get ready. I'll leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. We're going to move on now to Sagittarius. Hello there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your new moon in Scorpio reading. So this is happening in your 12th house. Interesting. Your 12th house is ruled by Neptune. And so this can really be where something from your subconscious may come to light for you. You might have some new spiritual growth. You might have some new dream that you want to follow. This can be where you are getting final closure on something. And because remember, part of this new moon energy is about liberation, is about freedom from something. And the 12th house has to do with karmic debts. So this can be where you really, really are finding a final closure and shutting the door on the old and moving forward into a new life, a new you, a new approach. And it can be really wonderful. You might have a surprise or something that comes to light for you at this new moon. This can be where maybe there is some sort of family secret, or maybe you have some secret, something that you've been hiding from the world. And this might be a wonderful opportunity for you to shine a light upon yourself and what you've been doing, to share some information. Maybe you've been going through a big period of spiritual growth, or maybe there's something that you've been creating behind the scenes. You're being encouraged at this time. Don't forget, you've got a new moon coming up in your sign in December. And this can be about where you show your true self to the world, or you do come clean about something. So you might have a secret that you've been keeping from people, and you might be getting ready to share that. But pay very close attention to your dreams, your daydreams, any kind of signs that you might be seeing, repeating numbers, insects, animals, you name it, songs on the radio, words in a book, you name it, because this is a very spiritual house, a very mystical house, a very magical house for you. So you might be experiencing a massive, massive shift in your spiritual growth right now. And it's beautiful, it's mystical, it's magical, it's wonderful. It might be also kind of weird. Okay. So pay attention to everything. Your intuition is also very heightened at this time as well. You would be it would be very beneficial for you to spend a little bit of time on your own at this new moon, because the 12th house is kind of where we do retreat. We do go within a little bit. And finding that quiet space for yourself is quite often very important, so that you can connect with your subconscious. 12th house, your subconscious, right? And so that you can connect with that. And you just might reveal something, you might discover something internally about you, your life purpose, or again, you might be recognizing some sort of karmic cycle that you've completely closed out. You paid a debt and now you're free. So very interesting energy there for you. But yes, you could have a new way of thinking, some new spiritual energy in here, and maybe even like getting a sense of what you are clearing out so that you can start off your astrological new year on a good note, on a good foot. We have luck is on your sign, new moon in Sagittarius. Look at that. That's beautiful, Saggy. I love that we got this. This is crazy. So new moon energy, great. New, fresh things. And as I was just saying, you've got a new moon in your sign coming up, so you could be clearing the path for new beginnings when it's your birthday, right? When it's your astrological new year. So this is bringing in a little bit of luck for you. You might get a lucky break. You might just find yourself in the right place at the right time. Your dreams may come to light, might come to fruition. Information may come towards you, right? Because the 12th house can bring about secrets. So very exciting energy for you, a lot of fresh energy. And of course, you are ruled by Jupiter, the planet of wisdom, knowledge, good luck, good fortune, expansion, growth, abundance, all of the wonderful good things in life. And Jupiter is very much on your side right here. So hopefully you get a little bit lucky in this energy. Some of you have been feeling in the last few months as though if it wasn't for bad luck, you'd have no luck. And you're like, where's Jupiter? Jupiter's usually really good to me. And now things are coming into alignment for you. So you're probably feeling a little bit lighter and brighter in this energy. So I love that for you. We also have presence, card number 44. Very interesting that this is card number 44. The number associated with Jupiter, your ruler, is number 4. Stability, security, home, career, private life, right? And in the presence energy, this is about your awareness, your attention, your reality, and your connection with people, with situations, and with yourself and your higher self. So there's an energy called I am presence. And I am affirmations may very much benefit you at this time. Because when we say I am, there's no room for doubt. I am powerful. I am strong. I am present. I am aware. I am focused. I am connected. I am abundant. I am lucky. When we say I am, it is an incredibly powerful affirmation. And in the presence energy, it's here, it's now. But remember, you are this energy and you embody it like there's no tomorrow. So there may be something that is coming into that you might be becoming aware of that is manifesting into your reality. There might be something that you are dreaming of right now that you have the power to create in your real world. You are very connected with the universe. You're very connected with your higher self. Very mystical energy in the 12th house, yeah? So there's something here that is coming into your awareness in the here, in the now. So keep an open mind, keep an open heart, right? And I do feel here that you are probably going to be feeling a little bit more stable and secure. Maybe you're even going to feel a little bit lucky. You might even get a break on something here, okay? Or you are really coming into the realization of knowing what it is that you need to do to gain more stability, security in your life. But I am, right? Remember the I am. I am lucky, I'm present, I'm bold, I'm brave, I'm courageous, I am confident, I am abundant, okay? Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, all right? We have the 4 of candles. Fours all around. 444. Okay, so look up the deeper meaning of 444. But I'll have to check, actually. I'll have to check where Jupiter is. I never even looked. But anyways, the 4 of candles is the 4 of wands energy. Stability, security, happy life, happy home, happy family. This might be a cause for celebration for some of you here. You might get some good news. Here you might just be feeling really good. at this new moon. All right. You might be even preparing some celebrations. I mean, in this particular Four of Candles, we've got a big turkey lurkey. And if you are in the States, right, of course, you've got Thanksgiving coming up in November. So this can be a very magical time for you. But we also do have that new moon in your sign, which is in December. And as we're coming up to like Christmas or whatever it is that you celebrate, right? So a lot of celebrations going on there. So this might be where you are living your best life. You are focused in the present moment. You are having fun. You're getting together with friends, with family. You're accepting invitations. You're being a little bit more social. Okay. All of this stuff for you. It's a time of abundance for you. All right. Because the Four of Candles, yes, it can be an achievement of something, whether it's something in your personal life, something within you. This can be where you are celebrating some good news. Okay. But it does bring success and abundance, stability and security in your life. All right. So something wonderful and magical there for you, but it does also represent those get-togethers, right? Weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, all of that kind of stuff. So there could be something very wonderful happening for you around your birthday in your birthday season. All right, fresh start. It's your astrological new year coming up. So set some intentions and set some goals. I'm going to leave that there for you guys. Make sure you do look up that deeper meaning of 444. But very interesting to note, 3 4s equal 12. And this new moon is in your 12th house. Food for thought for you on that one. So you may have some numbers to look up. You'll figure out what message is meant for you. I'll leave that there for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful, mystical, magical, and lucky new moon. And we're going to move on now to Capricorn. Hello there, Capricorn. Welcome to your new moon in Scorpio reading. This is happening for you in your 11th house. Now, your 11th house is ruled, thank you very much, is ruled by Uranus, and which is Aquarian energy. It's very sparkly. Okay. So you might have something that's going to really shake up your world here in this energy. Maybe something you've been struggling with. Some doors may now open for you. This can be where you get out, you meet new people. You might have some wishes coming to fruition for you at this time, or you're really focused on the things that you want and that you wish for your future. You may be finding some freedom because the 11th house does bring a focus on your wishes, your goals. It does bring about a focus on your future. It does bring about liberty. What are you freeing yourself from? Can be a big breakthrough for you in some area. The 11th house also, you might be finding that you're feeling a little bit more social at this time. You might be getting some invitations. You might be making some plans for some celebrations. Of course, we've got silly season coming up, right? We've got, Thanksgiving and Christmas and Hanukkah and New Year's and whatever else is going on that people celebrate, right? The November, December, January, very busy time period for us and challenging one at that for some people as well. So you might be connecting with more people and just feeling like a little bit more of a social butterfly at this time as well. But you could also be looking to find new ways to give back as well. The Aquarian Uranus energy brings in an energy of humanitarianism, right? Other people. And the 11th house does bring a focus on charity, right? How can I give back? And a lot of people are giving back at this time of year. And, we quite often do think of charity or helping other people as money. But there's a lot of things a lot more valuable than money. So you might volunteer at a homeless shelter or at a soup kitchen. Maybe you're a really good cook, right? So maybe you help cook a meal or serve a meal. You can help others in multiple other ways, right? And it's not just people, it can be animals as well. So volunteer at your local animal shelter. Maybe on a Sunday, right? Maybe you don't have time in your life for a pet. Maybe you've always wanted a dog. What can you do? Go and walk a dog once a week from the animal shelter, right? That kind of thing. A lot of ways we can give back to people, and you might be thinking about that at this time. All right. But certainly an element of your wishes, certainly an element of your future. And you might find that you need to shake some things up to get some things back in alignment for yourself. We have take time to breathe out. So in the hustle and bustle of this new moon, the intensity of this new moon, and especially for you because you do have Uranus that is ruling over the 11th house in this new moon for you, it's going to be important for you to find a little bit of time to find some quiet space for yourself. Take a deep breath, quiet your mind, center and ground your energy. It's going to be so beneficial for you, even if it's just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, right? You don't have to sit there and spend hours upon hours in meditation, right? It's amazing what just 5 minutes will do. It's also amazing what a big deep breath in, hold it for a few seconds, and then a huge deep breath out. It can really help to center our energy, and it can really help alleviate a little bit of stress. So take that little bit of time, whether it's 30 seconds to do a little bit of breath work, 5, 10, 15 minutes to do a little bit of just quiet meditation. Just find a quiet space. Doesn't have to be fancy. We don't need tools to do meditation, right? You just need you. It's just about quieting your mind. But this is going to be very beneficial for you to center and ground your energy, to connect with your energy, and to relieve a little bit of stress. Take that little bit of time. We have self-esteem coming in here, so I feel like you're going to be feeling a little bit more confident at this moon, okay? If there's been something in your world where you've had a lack of confidence, a lack of faith in yourself, all right, then I think things are getting back into true form for you, okay? So you're going to be feeling a little bit better at yourself. This self-esteem energy is encouraging you to practice a little bit of self-love, self-care. So again, take that time to breathe out, find a quiet space for yourself, do something nice for yourself even. It's going to be very beneficial for you. Just something to replenish your energy a little bit, right? So, this is a great time for you here to find new ways to, find new ways to boost your energy in a positive way. Now, it can represent getting physically active. When we engage in physical activity, our energy flows a lot better. It invigorates us quite often, and even if it's just like a walk around your neighborhood or something, it's still a good thing. But you might be looking at things in a better way, in a different way, in a new way, in a new light. But I do think this is a time of personal growth for you. It's a time to understand your worth. Take pride in yourself, in your work, in your accomplishments. Give thanks to the universe, right, for everything that you've accomplished, everything that you have, and everything that you've overcome, most especially. We forget about those things sometimes. But this is a very bright energy coming in here for you, so I think things might be getting a little bit easier for you. We have the child energy, and this is actually the Fool. New beginnings, a fresh start. Having fun, sense of adventure, sense of doing things that are exciting for you. This energy brings in an opportunity to start something new or take the next steps forward and to have a little bit of fun, but to trust yourself, to take a leap of faith. And we can take a leap of faith. We can jump right into something because we're confident and because we trust ourselves and because we've got that boost in our self-esteem. New beginnings, new people, wishes. If you were a child on Christmas morning, right, just like this, looking for Santa Claus to bring you a present, what would that be? Set your intentions and manifest your dreams into reality. But I do also feel that there's new opportunities, new connections, things that are going to really benefit you, that all these doors, all these portals are opening. But when we get this energy here, we are free. We've got nothing holding us back. So a sense of freedom, again, a breakout energy for you. Follow your goals, follow your dreams, have fun, believe in yourself, and embrace opportunities that are coming into fruition for you. I'm going to leave that there. I hope there was something here for you. I thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful new moon. And we are going to move on now to Aquarius. Hello there, Aquarius. Welcome to your new moon in Scorpio reading. Are you ready to shine? Aquarius, this is a wonderful energy for you. This new moon is occurring in your 10th astrological house. This has to do with your public image, your fame, the ability of people to recognize your accomplishments and what you bring to the table, recognize your value. Great, great energy in regards to your career. Some of you at this time, if you've been looking to make some more money, you might have those doors opening for you. Great time for you to set some intentions to manifest opportunities into your life. Some of you might be starting a new job. If you're taking some action, taking some initiative here, you just might find what you're looking for. You might find it rather quickly. Some of you have been procrastinating on something for a little while. Maybe you're not happy in your job. It's not fulfilling for you, or it's not paying you enough, or you're not getting recognized for your worth, for your value. You're being undervalued, underpaid, undervalued, overworked. This is a great opportunity for change, to find something new and to break free out of whatever situation you're in that's been holding you back. This is important in this energy that you recognize your own achievements. And especially if you are making some steps to perhaps find a new job or start a new career, make sure that when you're updating your resume or you're going to interviews, that you are highlighting your achievements. And, humility and being humble is one thing. But we don't want to ignore our accomplishments. We don't want to come across as, arrogant or anything like that, which you wouldn't typically do. But sometimes you downplay your own accomplishments as well, maybe for fear of being perceived as arrogant. No. Let yourself shine. All right. This is a time of change. This is a time of growth for you. You have more influence on situations than what you give yourselves credit for. But this 10th house energy, fame, honors, recognition, awards, your career status could really be changing for the better at this time, and your reputation is at a high. We have a new romantic cycle begins with a new moon in Libra. Now, this is interesting. So we had a solar eclipse in the sign of Libra in mid-October. Libra is all about relationships. Now, relationships of all kinds, right? So Libran energy brings in an energy of balance, of harmony. Equal days, honest days work for an honest day's pay. Getting paid what you're worth, right? Finding that balance there. And I feel that some of you here, even though the 10th house does not have to do with like romance per se, but romance comes with a connotation of love. So love what you do, love the company that you work for, feel fulfilled in a job, or feel that you are getting a fair deal. Some of you here, you've been putting love and romance on the back burner as well. And you may now be making changes or getting what you're worth or getting some sort of accomplishment in your career. And this is now opening the doors for love. So if you've been single for a while, okay, things might be about to take a big shift for you. And again, probably initiated with that solar eclipse that we had in Libra, relationships and partnerships of all kinds, and love and romance especially. For some of you here, a new romantic cycle can represent that you've had some issues perhaps in a relationship, and these may have hinged around your work, your money, And so this might be where you get a resolution to those things, and now you find more balance in your life, and now you can focus a little bit more on those important partnerships, those relationships in your life. So this can be really positive for you in this energy. But there's something here that has been kickstarted at that new moon in Libra that is starting to play out for you here. And again, the romantic energy can represent relationships in our lives, whether they're new or existing, right? Something may be going to a new level for you. Some of you might be getting engaged or moving in together, this kind of thing. And this can actually have an impact on your career or what you do for a living. Because if you are, let's say, getting engaged or you're getting married, this can change your priorities, and this can actually alleviate a little bit of stress for you as well. So if you've been in a situation where maybe you aren't 100% happy with what you do for work, it's a job, right? But you're looking for something more fulfilling, but maybe you're in it for the paycheck because you have to be. And now, because something is changing in your personal life, now you may have an opportunity opening up for a career change, for something that still pays you, a decent amount of money, but maybe something that gives you a little bit more fulfillment. So you might actually be getting a little bit of freedom in that regard, freeing yourself from a restrictive situation to do something that you love. And it's because a personal relationship in your life is evolving in a certain way. So it can be very positive for you. But the Libra energy does bring about fairness, equality. It can also bring about justice as well. So some of you in this energy may possibly be getting some sort of resolution with a legal situation. And this opens your door, it frees you moving forward. And you've been working very hard to try and get this done. Because this 10th house can also have to do with a dominant parent. And it may or may not be one of your parents, but it can also be like a significant other, possibly an ex. So if you've been going through like a divorce or custody battles or anything like that, you may actually get a resolution to that. And this can be, I am free and clear of that, and now I'm a lot more open. We have the mind energy coming in here for you. Openness. Oh, there you go. Openness, flexibility, imagination, and learning. And this is very much centered on your third eye. So your senses are heightened. Your higher chakras are activated at this time. If you can envision it, you can turn it into reality. Your powers to manifest your wishes, your goals, your dreams into reality, very much on point for you right here, right now. You be very much beneficial for you to do some meditations or to focus on your third eye with this new moon. So whether you're working with some crystals, whether you're doing some meditations or whatever else it is that you do, there's something that you are dreaming of, something that you want, and you have the ability to really turn this into something you can feel, something you can touch, something into your reality here. But your higher chakras are very much activated here. So be open, be flexible, right? You may have to embrace some change, okay, at this new moon here, Aquarius. But it's all positive for you, right? So we do have to shake things up. We do have to let things go sometimes to get us back on track or to get us where we want to be, whether it's something improved or something new. But whatever your situation is, have this open mind, open communication, right? But also work with your third eye and your intuition. It's going to be very beneficial for you at this full moon. Some epiphany, some enlightenment, some clarity, some growth, but also your power here to manifest things into your world. Some of you have something coming to fruition for you, possibly, maybe not right on the new moon day, but in the next month or so, you may have something coming in that you have previously manifested for you. So get ready to seize the opportunity and seize the moment. A little bit of magic in the air here for you, Aquarius. We've got the Four of Gifts. Now, the Four of Gifts is can sometimes be an energy of discernment. Okay. It can be when it's the Four of Pentacles energy. So it can be one of discernment, knowing the difference between wants and needs. So you might need to be a little bit conservative with your money right now, or you have been very conservative with yourself or your money right now in the last little while. And so when we get this energy here, this is recognizing when to hold on to things and when to let them go. Discernment, right? So we need to make a choice. The Four of Gifts can represent a little bit of closed off energy. So maybe you've been feeling as though there's been a lot of doors that are closed for you. Or maybe you've been feeling here in this energy that, you've gotten to a certain point in your life and you've accomplished certain things, but there's things that you still want, and you know that there's more abundance to be had. So the Four of Gifts is one where we do have a strong, solid foundation, right? But we still have a little bit of a hunger for some more things. All right. Just be a little bit careful here with the Four of Gifts, the Four of Pentacles, because sometimes we can be a little bit closed off, and we want to be open in this energy. See this open portal here? We want to be a little bit open. Now, some of you have had to be very conservative with your money, with your energy, for a specific reason. And so I do feel that there is a shift here for you. There's some changes up ahead for you, and there's opportunities and doors opening. Know your value, know your worth. Because we can consider the Four of Gifts sometimes as our values. And when we know what we're worth, we don't settle for second best. And we're more willing to make change if we aren't being valued and if we aren't getting what we know we're worth, especially in our career path, right? So it's like, yeah, I've got a certain amount of money, but I have to be miserly with it. And you know what? I'm not getting paid what I'm worth. So this can be a significant turning point for you, right? To align yourself with something a little bit better and actually get what you deserve. So I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. I hope this is a wonderful, wonderful new moon for you. I thank you for watching, and we're going to move on now to Pisces. Hello there, Pisces. Welcome to your new moon in Scorpio reading. Now, this is happening in your 9th house. Your 9th house is ruled by Jupiter and Sagittarian energy. So some of you might actually get a little bit of luck around this new moon. That can be really quite wonderful for you. But this energy does have to do with your spirituality, the things you believe in. So some of you are changing what you believe in. You might be gaining a little bit more insight into the world around you. You could be experiencing some spiritual growth at this time. This is about your higher mind. So for some of you, you might be finding that you are open to learning new things, or you might be applying some knowledge that you've gained into your world in some way. Some of you might be feeling like you want to explore different religions or spiritual belief systems. You might be, really coming up with some big ideas, or looking at some a little bit out there ideas that other people might have. So you're expanding your mind in this energy. Some of you may get a huge burst of inspiration, because the 9th house does have to do with your big ideas, right? The things that you want out of life, right? So maybe you're really in this energy, you have some sort of dream that you want to follow, or maybe something comes to you in a dream. That can happen as well. And it's like, I can make this happen. And you might not want to tell anyone about it, because it might be like totally out there, right? But maybe you just give something a little bit of a whirl. The 9th house can also have to do with travel. And this is usually long distance travel, sometimes with a purpose. So this can be where, maybe you want to, go on a couple weeks of adventure and explore like some architecture, or maybe you want to travel to some spiritual sites or some religious sites of some kind, like Stonehenge or, Glastonbury or something, or maybe you want to go like to the Vatican or something like that. I've been there, actually. It's really kind of cool. But anyways, right in the heart of Italy. So you just might be like wanting to explore a little bit at this time, and you might get get some doors of opportunity that do open for you. Jupiter is our most beneficial planet. Jupiter brings us wisdom, brings us big ideas, brings us good luck, good fortune, growth, expansion, abundance, all of these wonderful things into our life. So keep an open mind here, because you could have some wonderful things going on for you. But if you have an opportunity to travel somewhere, then this might be a really good time for you to make some plans. This ninth house also does have to do with the law, right? Jupiter has to do with the law. So you might be signing contracts at this time, or you might be looking to break a contract, right? Because we do have this energy of freedom, of liberation. So you might be paying off a loan, or maybe a contract might come to an end and now you're free to explore other avenues. Yeah, you could really be getting some clarity at this point as well. I expect an epiphany of some kind. We have a time for healing with the balsamic moon here for you. All right. And, for some of you with this ninth house energy, you could be really expanding your horizons as for what you traditionally have been brought up to believe. And there's maybe been a little bit of tension, or maybe there's been a little bit of conflict within you. We are at a time of higher consciousness. The collective consciousness is raising. We're in the age of Aquarius, right? It's a very powerful time, but it also comes with a little bit of chaos. The world is not as evil as the mainstream media would have us believe, but you might be evolving in the things that you believe in. And when we're breaking away from our old belief systems, this can really kind of give us a little bit of grief. So perhaps some of you are gaining a little bit of enlightenment here, and this is allowing you to heal from the conflict that you've been going through, that you've been feeling. Perhaps if there's been some challenges within family, differances of beliefs, right? And, because this does have to do with this kind of religious energy here, you know, our belief system doesn't necessarily dictate everything about our lives, but sometimes it can. And so you might be reconciling with somebody at this time, especially anything within like a family unit. And if we think of certain religions, it's, let's say Catholic, right, would typically not necessarily marry someone like Jewish, right? Two very different kind of religions, but it also comes with like all this cultural background stuff, right? But it happens. And so, but it can create family rifts. I worked with a guy who, he was brought up Catholic, and he fell in love with someone that was Muslim. His family disowned him. And I think to this day, they still haven't actually made up. So you could have the possibility here, if you've got anything weird like that going on, this can be a time when you're mending rifts within families, within friendships, that kind of thing. But this can also just be a time for personal healing for you as well. And this is where you can see things in a different way, in a different light. You're growing, you're evolving, and you're changing, right? You're not the same person who you used to be, and you're reconciling all of that within you. We're all one. We're all connected. And yes, we all have different belief systems. We all have different things that we've been brought up. We've been brought up in different countries, different cultures. But ultimately, we all come from one source. And so this is a time for you for healing, for enlightenment, for reconciling conflict within you. And this can be really liberating for you. We have the mind coming up. I swear this is like the third or fourth time this card has come out. So your mind, your higher chakras, your third eye, the mind is very interesting. It comes out with your ninth house, right? Matters of the mind, expanding your mind, your big ideas. And this is where you're open You're flexible in your way of thinking. You're using your imagination. You're open to learning new things. And so this is a beautiful energy, very much in alignment with the ninth house, right? So work on your third eye, engage with Metatron, who is quite often associated with your third eye. This is showing where you've got a vision, you've got a dream. This is showing that you are awakening to new possibilities, new belief systems. You're seeing the big picture, you're seeing the world differently. And so this can be a really beautiful energy for you. Open mind, open heart, and anything is possible in here, right? And this is where we can release things like judgment, or release things like, oh, you don't believe in the same thing I believe in, then I can't communicate with you, right? Like, we're moving away from that in our existence. It comes with a lot of turmoil, mind you. We are moving away from that. So an open mind is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And you are opening to all kinds of new experiences, new thoughts, new ideas. And I think there's a little bit of possibly some magic in the air for some of you here in this energy. So work on your higher chakras, your crown chakra, your third eye chakra specifically, as you may have some vision, you may have a goal, you might be getting clarity, you might be getting an epiphany. All right. And there's certainly this magic that you can weave, and you can manifest things into reality. Just keep that open mind. Anything is possible. We have the 9 of good cheer. Now, the 9 of good cheer is the 9 of cups. All right. And interesting that that's a 9, considering this new moon is in your 9th house. So you have the ability here to make your dreams come true. The 9 of good cheer, the 9 of cups, quite often does have to do with a fulfillment, feeling content, feeling happy. And I mean, if you look at this particular card, right, we've got this woman sitting at the table. Everyone's had a good time. It looks like the end of a party. She's sitting there with her leftover glass of wine, feeling pretty good, right? So this can be where you are finding that sense of contentment, finding that sense of, I think everything's going to be okay. But with the 9 of good cheer, you can embrace the energy of having a wish, a goal fulfilled for you. So whether you are setting your intentions, set them with the intentions knowing that what you wish for can come true. But some of you may also have those doors of opportunity, a window opening up for you, and it's in alignment with your goals, with your wishes, with your dreams. I'm going to leave that there for you on that high note. I thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, magical, and phenomenal and wish fulfilling new moon. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.